Did you know over 62% of diesel engine failures happen because of simple maintenance mistakes drivers never even realize they are making? And here is the part nobody talks about. Most of these failures are not caused by old age, bad luck, or worn-out parts. They are caused by habits that slowly kill your injectors, clog your DPF, and destroy your fuel system from the inside out. In this video, you are going to learn the diesel engine maintenance secrets most mechanics will never tell you, because once you know them, you will avoid 90% of the breakdowns that make diesel repairs so insanely costly. If you want your engine to survive 300,000, 400,000, even 500,000 miles, this is the video you can't afford to skip. Let's get started. Tip number 11, the Italian tune-up. Most diesel owners baby their trucks, driving gently all the time, but what they don't realize is that this habit slowly chokes their engine with soot and carbon. Modern diesels are designed to work under pressure, meaning low-load driving never gets the exhaust hot enough to burn off carbon deposits. Over time, the EGR, turbo vanes, DPF, and injectors accumulate soot, causing sluggish acceleration, rough idle, and poor fuel economy. The Italian tune-up is a simple but powerful technique mechanics rarely tell you about because it restores performance without needing expensive cleaning jobs. Here is how it works. Once the engine is fully warmed up, take the truck on an open highway and accelerate hard through the RPM range to force high exhaust temperatures. This blasts away soft carbon, cleans the turbo, and helps the DPF burn off accumulated soot. Doing this once every 1 to 2 weeks keeps the turbo responsive, prevents power loss, and maintains smooth combustion. It's one of the easiest ways to keep your diesel running strong. Tip number 10, drain the water separator. Diesel fuel naturally contains more moisture than gasoline, which is why engines come with a water separator. But here's the issue. Most diesel drivers forget to drain it, and mechanics rarely remind them because water contamination leads directly to injector rust, fuel pump failure, and DPF soot overload. Draining it takes less than 30 seconds and prevents catastrophic fuel system damage. When water mixes with diesel under high pressure, it causes pitting and micro cracks inside the injectors, eventually leading to total failure. Make it a habit to drain the separator every 2 to 4 weeks or whenever your warning light comes on. This tiny habit can extend fuel system life by years and significantly reduce repair costs. Tip number 9, don't idle your diesel too long. Many drivers think diesels love to idle, but that hasn't been true since the introduction of emission systems like the DPF. Long idling leads to incomplete combustion, causing soot to load up the DPF faster than it can burn it off. Mechanics won't always warn you because clogged DPFs are one of the most profitable repair jobs. If your truck idles for 30+ minutes regularly, expect to see regeneration issues, poor throttle response, and rising fuel consumption. Keep idling as short as possible and let the engine reach proper operating temperature before heavy driving. This one habit can prevent forced regens and avoid the $800 to $2,500 cost of DPF cleaning or replacement. Tip number 8, change your oil 20 to 30% sooner than manual suggests. Most diesel owners think they can rely entirely on the manufacturer's extended oil intervals, but that's a trap. Diesel oil gets contaminated much faster because of soot, blow-by gases, and higher compression loads. Mechanics know this, yet many won't warn you because late oil changes create sludge buildup, foul injectors, and eventually cause turbocharger failure. Here's the real rule fleets use. Change the oil 20 to 30% sooner than the manual suggests, especially if you idle, tow, or drive short distances. Doing this keeps soot levels low, maintains oil viscosity, and massively slows internal wear. Many diesel engines that survive beyond 400,000 miles follow this rule religiously. This one habit alone can double the lifespan of the turbo and injectors. Tip number 7, use diesel fuel additives every 3 to 4 fill-ups. A lot of mechanics will tell you diesel additives are a waste of money, but the truth is they just don't want fewer injector repair jobs. Diesel injectors work at up to 30,000 psi. That is extremely high pressure, and even tiny deposits throw off spray patterns, causing misfires and rough idle. Fuel additives clean carbon buildup inside injectors, boost lubricity, and prevent water contamination, which is a silent killer in modern diesel systems. Every 3 to 4 tanks, add a high-quality cleaner to keep your injectors spraying like new. Truckers have used this trick for decades because it reduces fuel consumption and extends injector life by tens of thousands of miles. When used consistently, additives can save you $1,200 to $2,500 in injector replacement costs. Tip number 6. Clean the EGR system before it turns into cement. The EGR valve recirculates exhaust gases back into the intake to reduce emissions. But this process dumps carbon and soot into your intake manifold. Over time, this carbon hardens into thick deposits that choke the intake, restrict airflow, and cause sluggish performance. Mechanics often don't recommend preventive EGR cleaning because customers usually come in only after symptoms appear, meaning the job becomes far more expensive. Cleaning your EGR system every 20,000 to 30,000 miles prevents carbon buildup from turning into concrete like sludge. A clean EGR system improves throttle response, reduces engine temperatures, prevents knocking, and keeps fuel efficiency healthy. Once buildup gets severe, the only fixes are deep cleaning or replacement, both of which cost hundreds or even thousands. A little preventive cleaning saves huge money later. Tip number 5. Replace your diesel fuel filter every 10,000 to 15,000 miles. Diesel engines depend heavily on clean fuel because any dirt or contamination immediately affects injectors and pumps. A partially clogged fuel filter forces the high-pressure pump to work harder, and that pressure puts stress on injector tips, eventually causing cracks or spray pattern distortion. Mechanics won't always push early filter replacement because fuel system repairs are extremely profitable. Replacing your fuel filter every 10,000 to 15,000 miles ensures smooth fuel flow and protects every major component in the fuel system. A clean filter helps maintain proper atomization, reduces soot production, and helps the engine run cooler under load. Waiting too long to change it can lead to stumbling, misfires, and eventually catastrophic injector damage. Spending a little now on a filter avoids spending thousands later. Tip number 4. Perform boost leak test every 6 months. Diesel engines rely heavily on turbo pressure, and even a small boost leak throws off the entire combustion cycle. A tiny crack in an intercooler hose or clamp allows pressurized air to escape, meaning your engine compensates by injecting more fuel, which leads to thick soot, higher EGTs, and faster DPF loading. Mechanics rarely check for boost leaks unless asked because it is not part of a standard service, and many drivers simply assume their truck is getting old. A simple 10-minute boost leak test using a smoke machine or DIY pressure tester can reveal cracks in hoses or intercooler seals. Fixing them restores power instantly and reduces DPF load. If your diesel feels sluggish but shows no error codes, 80% of the time a boost leak is the culprit. Tip number 3. Never drive a diesel hard when the engine is cold. Diesels rely on extremely high compression, and that means thick, cold oil doesn't provide the protection the engine needs. Mechanics usually don't emphasize this because cold start wear is slow and invisible, but it is one of the biggest killers of long-term engine health. When you accelerate hard while the oil is still thick, the turbo receives inadequate lubrication, piston rings scrape against cold cylinders, and bearings experience metal-to-metal contact. Always allow the oil pressure to stabilize, then drive gently for the first few minutes until temperatures rise. This not only prevents wear but also reduces soot, helps the turbo spool properly, and improves long-term compression. Treating a cold diesel gently is one of the most powerful longevity habits you can develop. Tip number 2. Use a cetane booster in low-quality diesel areas. Low cetane diesel burns poorly, especially in older engines. Mechanics know this but rarely warn drivers because poor combustion leads to injector coking, DPF overload, and hard start issues. Using a cetane booster improves combustion speed, lowers engine noise, and reduces internal stress. If you live in a region known for inconsistent fuel quality, this is one of the best maintenance secrets you can use. Many fleet owners use cetane boosters to keep engines running cooler and extend injector life. Tip number 1. Never ignore early turbo whistle sounds. Many drivers ignore faint turbo whistles, thinking it is just the diesel sound. But early turbo noise is often the first sign of future failure. Turbos spin at 150,000 plus RPM depending on a thin layer of clean oil for lubrication. Any delay, restriction, or contamination in the oil supply causes rapid bearing wear. If your turbo develops a sharper whistle, oil smell, or sudden lag in acceleration, address it immediately. Early fixes often include cleaning clogged oil lines, removing carbon from variable vanes, or replacing a small seal, all cheap compared to full turbo failure. Neglected turbo can explode and send metal into the engine, destroying pistons and valves. Early attention can prevent a $4,000 to $8,000 disaster. And that's it. These are the diesel maintenance secrets mechanics don't want you to know. If you follow even half of these tips, you will dramatically extend the life of your turbo, injectors, and overall engine. These are the same habits used by diesel owners who push their engines past 500,000 miles. And now you can do it too. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Diesel Power, so I know you watched till the end. See you in the next video.